now. It's about 2 a.m. I'm not going to go for a real long time. There's a thunderstorm that's starting to form in the background there. I'm just sitting here to see if anything happens in this little town. Probably not going to, but I'm just going to talk for a little bit, see where it goes. So recently, there's been people contacting me from Ukraine and Russia and things like that. I don't have any personal opinion on anybody's beef on Russia or Ukraine. I can see both sides. I can see there's times that Russia's doing something wrong. There's times that Ukraine's doing something wrong. I'm not picking any sides. And there's sometimes they're both just fighting over a piece of land that they both want. America's known for doing the same thing, where we fight over a piece of land or some sort of mineral that we want with another country. I've seen it firsthand with myself, being in different countries like Kuwait and Iraq and places like that. So as far as the Russian-Ukraine war, I don't have any opinion on it. So if anybody asks me, I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion on most of the wars like that, just because I'm not from that country. So, but right now we're sitting out here. We're just waiting to see. I said it's about 3 a.m. We're seeing if there's any cop action going on, anybody getting pulled over, anything like that. I need to get a scanner because I would like to hear what everybody's saying on the radio. And I'd like to hear what everybody's saying on the radio. And right now I can't do that because the apps for radio, how they run is they run off of basically, if somebody has a scanner, they'll put it onto the app, and then you can access what they're hearing through their scanner based off the app. But you can't, it's like delayed. So I need to get a scanner so I can hear what the police are saying, just to put it on the channel, some entertainment. It's not to go after police officers. It's not to start a whole like YouTube channel of just slandering the cops, because the police do have a very important job that they do. Is there corrupt cops? Yes. Is there good cops? Yes. Is there times I get pissed off at cops? Yes. Which I think everybody does get a little bit irritated whenever we're out and there's police officers out. And I'm not even going to answer that question. Past that, I'm not answering that question because I know what that means. Hey, what's up, Agua? But police officers are vital to our society. Okay, they are vital to our society. We do need them. It's just that sometimes they tend to overstep their bounds a little bit. So we're just going to sit out here. Hey, what's up, chat? We're going to sit out here and just see if anything happens. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, oh well. Who cares? Why? Because I don't. Why am I not going to say what you just said? I don't know. I was told there was something with that. That's why I don't want to say it, because my two boys would ask that question. All right, and I think it's a brain rot question is what it is. So that's why I'm not going to answer it. So, but sorry, man, I can't see where's nothing. Hey, what's up? No cops doing their duty, bro. Here, I'll show you. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you speak that. No, so what it is there's a couple police officers over here. And you can't see them because I'm quite a ways away. Why is it still, that's already, I don't know, man, it's actually the morning. But right over here, I'll point my finger right up there where that little car is, that's police officer. And here's some cars coming in. We're going to see if they pull over everybody. Okay. And imagine the reason why it's night here and day where you're at is because it's actually morning here. It's actually about 3 a.m. So why are you getting back-to-back cop watchers? I don't know. Man, I'm watching the cops, so they're probably not going to do anything because every time they see me, they tend to take off and go do something else. And I don't see anybody get pulled over, like hardly at all. Like, this town knows. Like, when you come into this town, you hit a certain point, like it's up here on the horizon up here, right there. That's the point where it stops. It stops being a faster speed and it slows down. And is it Louis or Louise? I'm not messing around, all right? I'm not messing around, okay? No offense, just found it funny. I got you. So anyways, I like to do a live stream every now and then after I get off work. Sometimes it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And it's just kind of fun to be out whenever nobody else is out. Like if you see this as a 4-lane highway, if you know my live stream, it's a 4-lane highway right here, and there's just nothing going on. If you look behind me, it's a 4-lane highway, and there's absolutely nothing going on. So kind of dead out here in Oklahoma. Hey, what's up? Is that? I can't pronounce it. Fuyong? News guy, right? Like Knight Rider? Like Knight Rider, that's right. That's right. Like Knight Rider. You know, and nothing ever seems to happen lately. But every now and then, you know, there's a call, there's lights everywhere, there's something going on, and I'm right there. So that's when I get the news story. Oh, but besides that, what I was talking about is that if you're just coming on the stream, when I first started the stream, yeah, actually, I'll go to bed in a sec here. I'll go to bed in a sec. When I first got on the stream, I'm getting a lot of responses from people in Russia and Ukraine. And I was just saying I don't really care for either side of that deal. If you're in Russia or Ukraine, I just don't. I'm not picking a side on any of that stuff. Yeah, leave me alone, dude. For real. Guy's about ready to get modded if he keeps up that. Seriously. What's up? How's it going? It's about, I think it's like 2 a.m. here in Oklahoma. Oh, okay. Now let him mess around. All right, there we go. There we go. You know, a lot of people, I guess I'm dressed a little bit nicer today. A lot of people assume I'm homeless. So, you know, yeah, that's a good thing though. We're going to step in front of this one store here and get a little more light going because it's kind of dark. So we're going to get a little bit more light in this one store here. And everybody can see me a little bit better. There's a lot of construction here because the town I live in is finally getting a McDonald's. So, you know, that's happening. After like 100 years of existence, they finally get a McDonald's. We'll go in here where the grass is real nice. Let's park right here. Okay. So obviously, put it right in front of the parts store. You can never be outside on brave. You know what's funny is you might not notice this, but I'm actually carrying a gun right now. So I'm not as brave as I look. All right, what's up, Rick? I'm not as brave as I look because there was a live stream out here about a week ago, and I was standing about the same area I was standing in, and then somebody had walked up to me, and then they walked so close I could actually touch them with my arm outstretched. So today I decided to just wear a sidearm because I don't want to mess around with any, you know, meth heads or anything like that that happen to walk through. So, and I'm sorry, I can't understand that language there. I know it's Russian and Ukraine, but I can't understand it. The reason why I'm outside is just because I don't know. It's just a nice night. You know, it's summertime in Oklahoma. It's like 90 degrees during the day. It's like 70 during the nighttime. So I'm just outside, just hanging out. You know, see what's going on. Like I said, I'm kind of cop watching, but they're sitting over there hanging out, talking. I don't think they're going to do much unless they get a call. Unless they don't like me very much because they see me out here all the time. So they tend to take off sometimes. So they're probably trying to come up with a reason to come talk to me. Like the reason why I appreciate that. Do I have a house? I do have a house. Thank you. No, I can't do a backflip. I probably used to be able to back in the day, but I can't anymore. Hold on a sec here. Oh. No, never mind. Slow down time. Start running back and forth. I'm not going to start running back and forth. I'm not going to show any tricks right now. I'm too old, and I'm just not in the mood, guys. But I appreciate you asking, though. Okay, I appreciate it. So this live stream's not going to go on very long, just because it is 2 a.m. and most of the bar crowds come through here. I think like the bar crowd comes through about 1 in the morning in Oklahoma. So yeah, ain't gonna be too much going on. Actually, you know what? Let's watch this for a sec. Let's see if something good. Okay, you have to go. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Maybe we'll see a fox or something. That's okay. Yeah, see right there? That's about the point where everybody knows to slow down because they know these cops. They stay in the same spot every time, and that's where they slow down. Yep, they know it. And to answer everybody's question, no, I'm not homeless. I do have a home that I go to. You know, it's got the stuff I need. Yeah, so it comes. It's got the stuff I need, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. So no, I'm not homeless. I do have a home that I go to. I'm just up all night, so this gives me something to do. Plus, I can walk around a little bit and kind of work off some of my belly, you know. Yeah, get some fresh air, especially when you're cooped up inside all night, working a job at a night shift. It's kind of nice to just get out and see what's going on. Now, there is a thunderstorm forming, so I'm not going to stay out for a real long time, but and plus, there's just not anything going on. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I love talking about Oklahoma. Never let that. I'm messing around. So if you have any questions, feel free. I say there's not a lot going on. I might flip the camera around every now and then if I see something interesting. There's usually a lot of foxes and stuff that come out here. So we'll see if we see any. Where am I from? Well, right now I'm by Norman, Oklahoma, right now. So that's not where I'm from originally. I'm originally from South Dakota, but I've been living in Oklahoma for about maybe 11 years, something like that. Where are you from? Just out of curiosity. You're in Mexico? Awesome. Awesome. I've never been to Mexico. Now I've been to 7 different countries. I used to in Florida. Oh man. You got deported? Did you for real? Did you seriously, like no bullshit, did you seriously get deported from Florida? Just out of curiosity. You probably ended up better not being in Florida. Depending on what part of Florida you're in. Some parts of Florida are pretty backwoodsy, in my taste. So watch a lot of cop shows.
Please remain in your vehicle. Permanezca dentro de su vehículo.
Hold on. What is that about? Oh, you guys might not have seen this. There was a cop that came by. And he was a sheriff's deputy. Okay, so sheriff's deputy just came by, and he said on a loudspeaker, "Please remain in your vehicle," through his loudspeaker with talking to the other local police. Kind of freaked me out for a second because I know what the hell he's talking about. He said it in Spanish, and he also said it in English. So if you heard that, that's what happened. You were 11 months old when you taken the U.S. Okay. Well, did you get citizenship, or what was the deal? Or you just, I mean, obviously you didn't get citizenship, but did you apply for citizenship or anything like that? Oh, you've been in Mexico for 5 years now? Okay. What do you prefer? Do you prefer Florida or Mexico? Because I don't know, man. Florida. Oh. Okay. Well, let me tell you something about Florida. Okay, I'm sure there's nice parts of Florida. The only Floridians I've met were not from nice parts. They were from the not nice parts of Florida, the backwoods parts of Florida. So, I'm sure there's nice parts of Florida, though. Don't get me wrong, Oklahoma is not the best state either. I think it's funny every time I go. You're 28 years old now. Okay. So you were in the United States for a long time. Did you apply for citizenship at all? Or was it just something where you just never applied for it and then they end up catching up with you? Just out of curiosity. I'm not judging anybody or anything like that. Because I met a lot of people that got deported. Oh, okay, I got you. No, I met a lot of people that I used to work with that literally they're from Mexico City, and they came here to Oklahoma, and they had a couple of different names, and they never applied for citizenship. They never went for anything like that. Okay. Okay, so I not Brett. I got what you're saying, but I knew a lot of people that never wanted to apply for citizenship. They never want to try for citizenship. They straight up got some other guy's name. They got some other person's social security number, and they stayed here because they said they made $40 a month in Mexico, and they came here and they were making like $25 an hour. So that's why they stayed here. But eventually they all got deported. They didn't want to stay here for a long time. They only want to stay for a couple of years and go back to Mexico. So when they got deported, it wasn't that big of a deal. So the money's going pretty good there. David uploads, we back. So not too bad. No, that was a joke. Oh, for real? Serious, not Brett? Seriously, man, we're talking about some serious stuff over here. We're watching police, but there's no police action going on. I said everybody pretty much knows the second they hit the town, they slow down. No, but I saw a lot of people get deported, and some people, there's some people who, they're trying to be. Okay, not Brett. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe. Okay, maybe a little funny business every now and then, but just a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit of funny business every now and then, but not all the time. Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I'm probably gonna stay on for about 10 more minutes on my call. There's nothing going on. I cannot believe how a town drops off at 2 a.m. so quickly. I remember living in like the Des Moines area, and it was going on all night long. There was stuff happening, this craziness and shit like that, and now there's like nothing going on. Hold on, something might be going on here. Let's see. But now there's like nothing going on at all. It's just straight up just mellow yellow, you know what I'm saying? So nothing going on. I watch police if they pull over somebody or something like that. I'll watch that, or anything else that happens. This is a very very low key town, so this is a very slow moving town. So sometimes they'll pull somebody over and they'll do some searches. And if you check on my channel, you can see where you can film the police, and they're doing searches and stuff like that. It's kind of what I call a safe town to hang out in, but it's very boring. There's not a lot going on. So it'll be a good road to burn some rubber. Yeah. So there's one cop that left. There's still one police officer sitting down there. So I agree with you. Oh, hold on. Now they're both leaving. So this is another police officer that's leaving. They're calling it. Yeah. That's it. Oh, yeah, that's it. They're done. They won't even drive this way because they see me over here. I don't know, big deals. So, back to nothing. So all the cops are taking off because it's just there's nothing going on. I was hoping to see, something, but the second they see me, they tend to leave. Because they think I'm out to get them, and I'm really not. I'm just curious when they pull somebody over, what they're doing. But if they want to take off, they want to take off. Yeah, that's something. So I'll give it about 10 more minutes since I am live here, and I enjoy speaking. Apparently, we're not going to see a police action going on tonight because they don't like me. So that's probably one reason. I'm sorry, I thought I just heard somebody behind me. Oh. Bro, never mind. I thought I heard somebody behind me. Dead Earth now, malware tester is now Earth. All right. What's up, Dead Earth? Hopefully you're having a good morning or evening or whatever, wherever it is where you're at. Me, I'm not doing anything. Just watching traffic and hanging out. Yeah, and now I ran out of things to talk about. It's 12:24 a.m. Where you at? You over on the West Coast kind of area, Arizona? I'm right central time zone, so we're Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. I'm right in that area right there. You can give us some topics, not Brett, but you don't like him. You're out? Oh, don't go out, dude. That Earth, don't take off. Okay, what topics can you give me? All right. I won't ban you unless they're real bad. How about that? I won't put you in timeout unless they're real bad. Like real bad. So, I'll just talk about me for a second. Obviously, this is a channel, Oklahoma. You can guess where I'm at. I'm in Oklahoma. My name is Dominic or Dom. I like to post random videos about random things. I've been going live for a few weeks now just to test the water to see if I like it. I don't know if I have like the best camera quality for live, but it works. And I've been all around the world twice. Okay, I've been to the East Coast, the West Coast. I've been to California, all the way to South Carolina, Georgia. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, South Carolina, California. I've been from North Dakota to Texas. So I've been all around. New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado. I used to live in Colorado. I used to live in Des Moines. I lived in Korea. I lived in, various other countries overseas. And I will not do a flip because I can't. Because I can't do a flip because I'm getting older and it hurts. Maybe back in the day I could have done a flip, but not anymore. So, bro, I think we're going to call it. There's not shit going on. You ever scratch? Okay. Laying on your side. Damn, not Brett. Okay, so, wow, that is a lot to take in. Yeah, okay, now I see when you say a few topics, but I probably wouldn't like them. Damn, you went hard with that one. Wow, okay. So yeah, that topic might be something I might not like, I was thinking you were talking about like, that's a pretty big topic right there. Yeah, okay, I got you. I got you 100% serious business, man. Don't forget. Okay. Well, I tell you what, guys, who's ever on here, not Brett, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your comment. No, we will not be talking about any of that stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk to you. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm gonna cancel out this live stream because there's nothing else going on. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next edition of Oklahoma, which hopefully we can have some action going on here, not the kind that not Brett's talking about, but some serious action. And thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a great evening or morning or whatever you're at, and peace out.